Mini PC. Here we go. I prefer an Intel system for QSV, and an i3 should have enough processing power for my needs. I will be running BlueIris, which is a video surveillance system. It has arrived. Let's unpack it. In the box, we have the Mini PC, a 19-volt wall wart with a 1-meter cord, an HDMI cable, and some screws for a 2.5-inch Sata drive. Let's clean this unit up and remove all the stickers and glue. Taking a look at the ports, on the front we have 2 USB 3, 1 USB-C, a headphone jack, and the power button. On the back we have 2 USB 2, 2 HDMI, gigabit Ethernet, and a 19-volt power input. And what is inside this little PC? Let's take a look. Surprisingly, we have a 2.5-inch Sata bay. Don't plug a 3.5-inch drive into it. It doesn't have enough power to run one. My Mini PC came as ordered with 2 8-gigabit sticks of DDR4 and a 512 gigabit NVMe drive. There is a second short M-keyed slot under the NVMe drive, but this PC has Bluetooth and Wi-Fi on board, which is presumably why the second slot is unpopulated. Disassembling the PC a little more, we can see what is on the other side of the main board. It has a nice copper heatsink and fan. Under that heatsink is our Intel i3 processor. Power on. A quick look through the BIOS shows all the usual options and confirms the specs I ordered. The first boot of the PC brings us to the usual Windows first run initialization screens. Once the Mini PC has booted into Windows, I find that core isolation has been turned off. I also run a virus scan and find that the PC came loaded with a Trojan virus. As I don't know what other security issues the PC may have, I'm going to do a fresh install of Windows. Rerunning a Windows virus scan now gives me a clean bill of health. To be safe, I also run Hitman Pro, another virus scanner, which also returns a clean bill of health. In the system settings, I find that Windows is fully active. Checking Device Manager, it seems a number of the drivers are missing. First, I let Windows Update run to see if that resolves any of the issues. Unfortunately, the drivers are still missing. I checked the manufacturer's website, and while they have them, they also gave me the virus in the first place, so I'm not inclined to use them. A bit of Googling the names of the unrecognized devices, and I find the required drivers from reputable websites such as Intel, Dell, and Lenovo. Of note is that the wireless driver is one of the missing drivers, so you'll be running off Ethernet until you install that. Here's a screenshot of the drivers I used, so you can Google them yourself and avoid downloading from the manufacturer's website. A run of Cinebench to see how this i3 Mini PC fares, and I get a score of around 5400. I did note in my test that the i3 is throttling at 80 degrees Celsius. Cinebench was run before and after my disassembly of the Mini PC, and it had roughly the same score both times. After installing and setting up BlueIris, Task Manager confirms the little i3 has ample processing power for my needs. I hope this helps your own Mini PC purchase. Thanks for watching.